everyone, welcome back to the Unleashing Potentials podcast. So joining me today is Taquonna. You're in the States, Taquonna. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So glad
You're
to be here.
welcome. Yeah, so where in the States are you?
I am in California. So I'm in Southern California, Orange County area, close to the beaches and Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. So all that fun stuff.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Well, welcome to the podcast. I'm so happy to have you to share whatever that is on your heart and what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mhm. Yeah, tell us who you are and what you do.
So once again, my name is Taquana. I am a purpose mastery coach. So I support women in overcoming their fears and owning their purpose. I also have a background in mental health. So I'm an associate clinical social worker where I do therapy for children, adults, and couples as well. And so I'm very passionate about wanting to help other people overcome any barriers, any challenges that they have, whether it's, mentally, emotionally, or even just wanting to thrive and, start their own business or change careers and they feel like they don't know where to start. That's kind of where I come in to be able to support them. So
Mhm.
I love, love, love what I do. And I'm excited, just to be able to help other people to be aligned with their purpose and to really live their full potential.
That's awesome. That's really cool that you do that.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, I went to school to become a social worker too, but I didn't finish. I got very, very sick.
Oh,
So cool that you do that.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it does take a toll on you, I
Mm.
probably would do it all over again, but it definitely does take a toll on you.
Yeah,
It's a journey. It's one of those like you really, you know, really redefine like who you are and have a deeper understanding of who you are and what it is you want to do and how you can help. And it was definitely a huge transformation for me going through those 3 years of schooling, and then even after that, now
yeah.
working towards licensing. Well, I finished my hours, thankfully.
Mm.
So, just waiting to get approved by the state, but it's a process. And most people, whether, illness gets in the way or sometimes families, that can be an issue. Being a mom, I was a mom and my oldest at the time, was still a youngin'. She was still in grade school,
Mm.
so it's tough, but
Yeah,
it's worth it. Yeah.
it is worth it. Yeah, yeah, it is. And are you a new mom?
I'm a new mom again, I
Again,
like to
yeah,
say. So
yeah.
I have a 17-year-old who graduated high school this year, and I have a 19-month-old. So huge gap. We
Mhm.
started all the way over. So I do feel like a new mom. I do feel like a new mom again. Even though I've done this before, it's a total different experience now than what it was, 17 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, it is definitely. Enjoy it while it's there because they grow up so fast.
Oh
Too
my gosh, I
fast.
know. My oldest
Yeah,
is going to college, and I'm just like, what is happening? You were
yeah,
just a baby.
yeah, yeah. Mine's going to grade 9.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, I remember that. See, I remember her starting high school. Now she's done. It goes by so fast. So
It
definitely,
does, yeah.
right, cherish it.
So you're a life purpose coach. I
Yeah,
love it. What
thank
does
you.
purpose mean to you, and how do you help others come into their purpose?
Thank you for asking that. I feel like
Mm,
what it means to me is, we all, go through this life trying to figure out what we want to do or who we want to be, how we want to show up. And I think going on this discovery of your purpose, it really helps you to figure out how all these life experiences, these coincidences, just your childhood experiences, how all these things have been aligning you on this path for you to be able to fulfill your purpose. And we sometimes maybe don't pay attention to those things or we
mm,
overlook them. But I
yeah.
feel when we start to get aligned with something that feels like it's bigger than us, then that has to be your purpose, right? It's not just for your own selfish reasons, but it's how can you give back? How can you make an impact or make a difference in somebody else's life. And when you feel that you've came to this point where, oh my gosh, this feels bigger than me, then I believe that that's, you found your purpose. And so being able to, when I went through my transformation of, entering motherhood once again, I
Mhm.
felt pretty solid where I was as a woman and as a mother and, just in my career. And I was scared that having a baby again, I would lose that. And so I figured like, okay, I feel like I just, you know, finally got, into to who I am. And I worried that I would lose that, giving, everything as a mother, to this child.
So you have a background in mental health. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, sure. I obtained my master's in social work. So before then, I got my bachelor's in human services
Mhm.
and then my associate. So mental health was something that I always say, and as cheesy as it may sound, it's something that chose me. I didn't choose it. And the reason I say that is because I wondered around my first few years in college, like not really knowing what I wanted to do. Like
Mhm.
I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. So I did criminal justice. I thought I wanted to be a teacher, a journalist. So I changed my major a few times before I, that social work kind of landed in my lap, literally.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that was because I knew I always wanted to help people. So even if I was going to be a teacher, I still would have been, in the helping role. And I think I took this one class in one of my colleges, and it was like a social services course. And I fell in love with it. Like I loved it. I loved the projects. I loved working in groups, and I love being able to present and being able to solve some type of problem, right, within the community. And so it was like from there, that's when I knew what I wanted to do, but I still didn't know what it was called. Like I didn't know that you call it social work. So
Yeah.
it still took me, I think I majored in sociology and that still didn't like sit right. And so when I talked to a couple of counselors, they recommended social work or human services as well. And oh my gosh, it was perfect. Like my program in undergrad was amazing. I had a great experience. I learned so much just about, psychology and just therapeutic interventions and just how to really be able to actively listen and build rapport and all those things that you do in a clinical setting. So it was great. An amazing experience. And like I said, a huge transformation for me to really be able to feel like what I was experiencing and what I was going through was aligning and even developing me into who I wanted to be.
Mhm.
And so just learning more, I'm always a learner. So I'm always trying to learn, okay, what else? What do I want to do next? Like, what do I want to learn next?
Yeah,
How else
that's
can I
awesome.
help?
Mhm.
So yeah, mental health has been a huge thing. And I'm a huge advocate for mental health. So I try to, share with my family, my friends. I do a lot within the community as well,
Mhm.
with my nonprofit. So I just really try to promote it and push and advocate for it as much as I can because I definitely think it's something important.
Yeah, absolutely. I have many diagnoses with mental health. I'm told I'm well spoken. I don't look like it, but guess what? I have it and it's invisible. So when I meet powerful women like you that are helping people like me and many other people, it brings me great joy and hope. And to know that there are people who are passionate to help
Yeah.
people like me. Because being diagnosed with mental health issues, the very first thing I felt was that I'm by myself.
Mm,
I'm a screw up. Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to help me?
right.
People like you are. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you for choosing to do that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for sharing that. We all can get caught up in feeling like when we're going through our own thing that it's just us. Like I'm the only one going through this. I'm the only one experiencing this. And I always try to remind people like you're not alone. You are not alone. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. I've shared my mental health story and many other, personal trials
Mhm.
that shouldn't be, they're personal, but they shouldn't be private. Because
Ah,
like you
right.
just said, lots of people struggle with them.
Mhm.
Example, divorces, single moms, mental
Yes.
health.
Mhm.
What is new about it that it should be a secret? I've I've
Mm,
found nothing new about it.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because other people are struggling with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It may look differently, right? Everybody, their issues will look different from us, but it's still we're still dealing with something, right? And so I like that you put it that way, that it shouldn't be a kept secret, and I think that that's important. That's why I try to advocate to let people know, like, hey, you have a voice, like you can
Yes.
be empowered, and you don't know how your story can help and encourage and empower somebody else to share theirs where they don't feel alone as well. So I agree. I think it should definitely be something that we don't have to keep on the hush hush.
I got tired of walking on glass or whatever they say these days.
Hmm.
It was just a lonely, exhausting experience. I'm
Yeah,
still going through it. I don't feel alone or lonely because I can connect to people who's going through the exact same thing.
yeah, absolutely.
And mental health in general, it can be a lonely place because
Right.
that's the way society is programmed to see it.
Hmm.
Or individually, we're programmed to view it differently.
Yeah.
With what you do, you made a choice how you would see it and the
Hmm.
impact you wanted to make. I'm also a massive advocate for mental health.
Yes, yes. Love it.
Mhm. Did you always wanted to do what you do in terms of your purpose?
Um, I think for me that my purpose, as I evolved, like so did my purpose. And as I mentioned, like my transformation of entering motherhood again and how I felt like I was going to lose myself or lose the woman that I felt like I had arrived to.
Mm.
Being a mom again in this, at this age,
Yeah.
it was different. So I embrace it now. I embrace motherhood as part of my purpose, and it inspires me. I love helping other moms. Like, although I help women in general, my heart goes to other mommies because they get it and I get it. We both have an understanding, and
Mm,
I think that's where the magic happens, is having somebody who truly understands, who can truly resonate, and who truly just gets it, right? You just kind of get it. That's why I understand what you're going through with your son. Like, I'm like, I have to put my toddler out of here too and like get her somewhere quiet.
yeah.
So to have somebody who like gets it, it just it feels better. You feel more in tune, you feel more aligned with your purpose. And
Mm,
so me being able to do what I do and embracing these different moments of motherhood
mhm,
and intertwining it with my purpose, it makes the passion for it that much greater.
mm. Oh, I love that.
Mhm.
uh, as moms, obviously from all over the world, once we have kids, many of us feel defeated,
Mm,
and we feel that what what are my purposes? My kids are my purpose.
mhm.
Yeah, they should be, but what else? I have
Right.
to keep asking myself those questions.
Mhm.
Um, not being able to work or being sick, I lost who I was, my
Mm,
identity, and my identity as a mother, a woman. I would see what other people were doing or what society deemed to be normal. Um, what are your thoughts and with women that are struggling to
yeah.
get back with their career, to find meaning in life again, to live, to breathe for
Mhm.
themselves, not just for their kids?
Right, right. Yeah, it's funny because I do come across women who do say, well, motherhood is my purpose. And I say, that's great. And you're right. But in addition to that, there's something else, right? Motherhood is also a choice that we make, right? So, but before that, what type of things were you interested in? What what experiences did you have? What did you love to do as a child? What was those interests? What are your talents, your skills, the things that you're good at, the things that you could do every day and not get tired of, right? It's those things. And maybe it has to do with motherhood, and that's okay. But that's what I help women discover is it's a journey. And in my 6 sequential steps of being able to discover that purpose, how I help my clients that come to find me and that I work with privately, they come with an open mind of understanding that, hey, I feel unfulfilled. I feel lost. I don't know where to start. I know I want this, but I don't know how to get there. And so being able to help women and mothers who feel, you feel stuck, you feel confused, you feel
Yeah.
overwhelmed, I encourage you to sit back and reflect on those things that interest you. Outside of motherhood, what else? What other things do you like to do? Right? I
Mm,
know that I like to help people. I know that I like to write. I know that I like to be creative and use my imagination. Right? So, and I
mm,
think about my skills. Well, I'm a good listener. I am empathetic. So I try to take these women, these mothers on that journey of being able to discover what are those interests, those skills, those talents. What are you passionate about? I believe I'm a multi-passionate person because I'm
mm,
passionate about so many things. And I encourage that in women too. Like it doesn't have to just be one thing that you're passionate about. If there's several different things, then that's great, right? So
mm,
it's going through this reflection process, going through the transformation of the mindset, getting you from feeling stuck and feeling like there's nothing you can do to change it, because when we're in that fixed mindset, we think that we're equipped with what we have and that's it. Like there's no more learning, there's no more growing that we can do from this point on. So taking them through that transformation, which is my first step of the mindset, it gets them out of that mindset that they're currently in that's keeping them stagnant and into a more growth mindset where they can understand and see that just with that perspective shift that, oh, I can learn new things, I can strengthen my skills and my talents, I can take this leap and take on this class or take this certification, right? We think that we are so limited with what we're given, and it's just because it's in the
yeah.
mind. That's
Yeah.
what's holding us back. And so taking them through that journey to be able to realize like, hey, you are more than just where you're at right now, and
Mhm.
empowering them to believe in themselves and to believe that, like I said, what they have within them, even if you don't know it yet, even if you don't know your purpose yet, but what's within you is greater than you. So it's going to take a deep dive in being able to get that to come out.
Mm,
And it definitely is a journey in discovering what your purpose is. And so I try to encourage my moms I work with or the women that I work with so that they can believe that and that they can see, like, you know what, you're right. Like it is more to me than just this. And sometimes it just takes that self-reflection part to be able to go back through and be like, okay, yeah, these
yeah.
things were leading me to this. And I
Mhm.
didn't look at it at that point because it's not every day somebody asks you, what's your purpose? Right. But when you have someone asking you, coaching you through, helping to hold you accountable, then you are able to connect those dots and connect those, put those pieces together for you to get closer to what your purpose is.
Mm. Oh, wow. Everything you just shared is why I started a podcast.
Oh my gosh, I love
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah, because it's called the Unleashing Potentials podcast.
Yes.
Uh,
Hmm.
those words, they have so much power and meaning for me
Yeah.
because as a mother, I knew sort of knew there was more there, but I put a lid
Yeah.
on it. I didn't believe in myself. I listened to the lies of people and society and cultural norms, just trying to fit in, and I just wasn't fitting in because I
Mm,
was too big. My dreams are still massive. They're too heavy for anyone to carry. Only
mm.
I can carry them. So I love that you blend that also in what you do.
Thank
Um, yeah, as you were talking, it's trying different things, like you said.
Hmm.
Before, unleashing who I was, as I'm helping others unleash, I
Yeah.
paint. I wasn't born an artist. It's just for fun. I make the time and I do it. It's dabbling into different things. And when we do that, we might get people who say, hey, she's doing too much. She's showing off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not doing enough. That's
Right.
why you're not doing enough. That's how you can see. If you can see what I'm doing, that means you're not busy enough with your
Mm,
own stuff. That's why I tell people, it's
yeah.
like looking over. It's like
Mm.
focus, right? It's focusing on what's important and what matters.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. You're not doing enough.
Yeah, yeah. I used to get that with my podcast. Like
Mhm.
I know with other people too, when they found their passion, their true calling, and they're doing it. And then
Yeah.
you get those who are just, they're bystander, I call them.
Mm,
Bystanders. They're just there.
yeah.
They don't add to people's lives. They take away. They're it's like hiring someone to just stand there,
Mhm.
criticize, take away, diminish, and tell people who they are, who they're not, and they don't focus on themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
and that does impact moms. I'm gonna give you an example. You can give me a take on it.
Hmm.
Um, Pretty much most of my life since I've been here, even in Haiti, sometimes people would ask me, "What do you do?" More so since I've been in Canada, to be correct. What do you do? I'm like, what do you mean? What
Mm,
do you do?
mm,
Elaborate. Um, okay, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Oh, what else do you do? Right? I've been asked that over and over, and I know other people have been asked it. It's an indication, stay-at-home mom,
that's
not
nothing.
not much. It's nothing. There isn't much value there. Why don't you just
Mhm.
stay at home? Why aren't you hassling and working?
Mhm.
Uh, I'm like, sweetie, I was. My brain crashed. Like I was taking 4 5 classes at a local university here,
Mhm.
and I had 2 jobs.
Wow.
And one day I crashed. Like
Wow.
that's where my mental health started. And
Yeah.
and I know I'm not alone also. I lost who I was. Like
Mm.
I had to be in the hospital. I'm like,
Oh,
what the hell is this? What's going
wow.
on?
Yeah.
Right? And for some people like me, it takes an illness to wake up to our purpose
Yeah.
and to find value in life and to
Mhm.
find meaning.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
No, that's first off, that's a lot of women's story is we go, 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 go. We give, 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 give. We exhaust ourselves until it does hit us in the face, like with a mental illness.
Mhm.
I mean, some of us maybe try to bounce back before it gets to that point, but we as women, we're just nurturers, whether we are moms or not. We're
Yeah.
just born that way to give, to nurture and to take care of other people. Some of us culturally are raised that way too. We take care of other people, right? And so we get so wrapped up and lost in that we can lose ourselves. And it's not to say that we shouldn't be that way, right? We shouldn't be nurturers, we shouldn't be caregivers, but it's being aware that if I don't take care of myself, how am I going to take care of everybody else? If I don't
Mm.
take care of me, how am I going to take care of my child, my husband, my partner, my family, my parents, whoever it is that you are a nurturer to? If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of everybody else, right? You can't pour out of an empty cup, right?
Mm.
Your cup has to be full. So we have to be mindful of being able to fill our cup. And what I do is, even when I am working with women and they're going through discovering their purpose, like I said, most of them are moms. And so it's tough trying to figure out that balance. So in my own personal life, I create a time, like I do time blocking. So I use time where I just only focus on my business and I do those things. I do time where maybe I'm reading or I'm studying something, so I do that. But I also have to schedule in when to take a break. when to do self-care, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just be so caught up in right going and just doing for everybody else. So I tell people like you can't just balance isn't something that's going to fall into your lap, right? You have to be strategic at creating this balance and implementing this self-care. So a lot of times I can do self-care even when I'm caring for my toddler. So I do activities with her. We like to paint. Right now we're doing swim classes, gym classes. So even though these things are for her, it's me too. I
Yes,
take
yes.
advantage too.
Oh, well, I'm turning into a shadow again. Because
Oh
look
no.
at the lighting.
Ah,
Outside, it's pouring right now. Uh,
no way. That fast?
yeah, it's there's thunder and it's pouring. So
Oh,
with the camera I'm using, I didn't realize that I need that much light to
yeah.
to
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah. It's raining.
The
Oh
sun
my
was just
gosh,
out. Like you were, the lighting was
it
just good for your
was.
face.
This is crazy. Well, you guys get to see my eyes for those who on YouTube is gonna watch this. Oh my word. For those who are listening, you don't get to see what's happening, but
Right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my. Um, yeah, we'll carry on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, just you have to be strategic in being able to create that balance for you, to create that self-care. So even if you do have to do it while holding a toddler, you still find a way to be creative and being open to that time and asking for help. I don't know what it is that we
Mm,
think that we have to do it by ourselves, whether you have a partner or not, or have family that helps you or not, like you can
mm,
still ask for that help. I don't care if it's a neighbor. I don't care if it's a woman, another mom on Facebook. I see so many women, connecting with other women on Facebook. I
mm,
think that's beautiful,
mm,
so to find a space, a community where you can ask for help, that's so important. I am grateful for the support that I do have, but oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. So
mm,
really being able to ask for that help and advocate for yourself when you need a
mm.
break, let someone know, hey, can you watch my toddler for an hour
Yeah,
or whatever? Like,
yeah.
so I just need a break. I just need a peace of mind.
Mm.
And sometimes we forget that we can ask for help too. We don't have to just do it all just because we're used to doing it all. There's still that space and opportunity for us to be able to ask for that help and
I
advocate for
swear if it lightens, I'm gonna quack and jump. It's so bad. Like like I felt the windows in my bedroom last night vibrate from the thunder.
really.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then in the community I live, we had a flood, like
oh,
basements. It's like the ocean, like a pool. People had to
no way.
evacuate. So it's been thundering a lot, lots of rain.
Oh
And
God.
yeah, I'm just looking out the window and the trees are losing their minds. So
Oh my gosh.
I hear thunder.
Oh
It was
no.
so bad. Me and my kids, we jumped and then we ran to the basement. It was so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the loud thundering either. And we were supposed to have thunderstorms too, all last night and today. I didn't hear it. So
Oh, we get them here. It's so bad. So,
oh
so
my gosh.
yeah, yeah. I'm having a great day, you guys. I'm just making the best of it. Yeah, carry on. Do you have any final thoughts? Anything else you'd like to share before I wrap up? So I stop
Um,
scaring people that way. Oh my gosh.
I just want to add, with you and what you do as far as helping people to unleash their potential, I think that's
Mm,
what it's all about. We all have it, like I said, within us. We might not realize it, but if you go through some discovery, and really do some soul reflecting, you can definitely dig deep to be able to discover your purpose and really live what you're passionate about. And
mm,
so that's just my encouragement to women who are listening to this, that you are, what it is that's within you is bigger than you. It's something so unimaginable that you
mm,
can't even fathom it where you're at right now. That's why we feel stuck. That's why we feel lost. That's why we feel unfulfilled or as if we're just on autopilot. It's because it's something deep within us that's
Mm.
so great we can't even put words together for it yet.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we're
you know,
magical creatures.
yeah, yeah. It's like we're reaching out to you and
Yeah.
you empowering women to unleash their potential or getting on a free discovery call with me and helping me take you through this journey to really pull that out of you from within. Like that's where the magic happens. A lot of the magic happens with clients that I only maybe get on the phone with you one time
Yeah.
and it's something brewing within you, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's magical when that happens. I get so excited. We're both, on the line and we're just both enthused about what's happening and what's breaking through here.
Mhm.
And it's definitely something powerful.
Mhm.
So just know that, women listening, you have the potential, you have your purpose, your passions within you. You just need a little push,
Yeah.
to really get it out.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. Before I let you go, where can people find you and work with you?
Of course, I am on Instagram. So at Taquonna, Taquonna. Follow me. I share a lot of value content on there. Like I said, I do free discovery calls. I do giveaways. I do live coachings. I'm also on Facebook, Taquonna, Taquonna. Lampkins. Find me on Facebook. I do also have my own private Facebook group where I give a lot of value, some coaching calls, some Q&As and things like that to my audience. And yeah, come and find
That's
me, come
awesome.
support me and I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
for
much
having
for
me.
your time.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.